Hey guys, what's up? This is Schizo and Kyoko Real Talk 2.0. So, of course you guys know us, obviously, hopefully this isn't your first video, but if it is, we talk about things that just go on in everyday life, I guess you say, topics. Doesn't necessarily have to be gay, but of course we are gay, so it's somewhat gay related. But let's get into it.
Always find a way to get to some point of gay level.
What's the topic today?
Today's topic, my darlings, is online dating and the stigma that is around it.
Can you please say that again in English? Because I don't think anyone will understand that.
It's online dating and the stigma that is around online dating.
Alright, so obviously the world, the way it is nowadays, like online dating is everywhere. Even Facebook, people are meeting up and meeting each other on there. But I think what it is nowadays is there are certain websites that people are on. We're going to keep them nameless because they're not paying us to mention them. But people meet on those sites like that, and then they feel like there's a stigma. Like if you were to go around your family and friends and they'd be like, where'd you guys meet? And you don't want to be like, oh, we met on this
website
that's kind of meant for hooking up. But it happens. So most people tend to just say they met on Facebook.
Or at the mall, or at the like. There's always a story as to why they, how they met, or where they met, but that's avoiding the actual truth. So would that be considered a lie?
Technically, yes. I mean,
because
it's not the truth. So
I mean, I've done it about 3 times. Like it's like okay, cool. So you're about to meet my parents. So where did we meet? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that we get the story straight. Personally, I do it because I feel embarrassed somewhat.
But why do you feel embarrassed?
Because that I actually met someone that I actually like on the website where I'm supposed to just meet someone and bone them and don't call them again.
Okay. I mean, I can see why you would get a little embarrassed because, like, you don't really want people to know that you're doing these things, but you are an adult, but you don't necessarily have to put people in your business and be like, yeah, we did meet on this website that's meant for meeting each other in some bushes somewhere and getting our freak on. But it happens. So, I mean, I guess that's why people say that. But why is Facebook any different than any of these other websites? Because things go on Facebook. There's groups and communities and everything on Facebook that have the same kind of things as these websites.
That's because Facebook is also becoming a very hooking up / dating website. It's not just a social media thing. It's like, I mean, I've been hit up many times on Facebook like, oh, you know, and you too. Like, people want to do stuff with you. Yes, I'm calling you out. I know, because you know what I'm saying. They want to do stuff with you, or they want to like date you and stuff. You know, just want to send you like messages and stuff like that. So Facebook is becoming that too, but it's much more believable and much more less stigmatism, I guess you could say, if you be like, oh, this is my girlfriend. We met on Facebook.
But why? That's the point that I'm trying to get to, is why is Facebook so much, I guess you say, so much socially acceptable or clean than these other sites?
Exactly, like clean. Like people think it's just more clean, more acceptable as opposed to the other websites.
But when you think about it, you hear on the news all the time these older men or older women who hit up younger men or younger girls and then they're sexually assaulting them. So shouldn't Facebook have the same sort of stigma as these other places, as if someone met on, I don't want to really put names of other places out there, but if people met on these other sites, shouldn't it still be the same thing?
No. It's much more different. For example, if we're Facebook friends and I go on your page and I see one of your friends and like I like them or I want to talk to them as to like dating them or whatnot, I feel much more secure because you already know this person. Does that make more sense?
But who says that you don't know these people on these other sites?
Right.
I have made plenty of friends that are now my Facebook friends from meeting them on other sites. Like, I'm not going to say the other sites' names or anything like that, but I have talked to other people on another site, and then there's always that link in the bottom. There's your Facebook link, and you can like each other's Facebook pages and go there, and then your Facebook friends.
Oh, really?
So what makes that normal?
I didn't know about that.
Yes, you can do that.
Look, I think here's...
Like, when you go on someone's Instagram page, it has the Facebook link. You go on someone's Twitter page, it has their Facebook link. Instagram is supposed to be all about pictures, but yet there are vajayjays and penises and buttholes and everything, and now like 10-second long videos of people having sex on Instagram. So shouldn't it be just as bad? Like, where do you guys meet? Oh, I like his picture on Instagram. Shouldn't Instagram have that stigma as well? Like, I mean,
doesn't it? It should.
Not necessarily. Exactly, which is why I say Facebook should too.
But no, it's different.
Why not?
Because on Instagram, I can't really see your friends. Does that make sense? I can't
Yeah,
really
you
see
can.
the people who follow you.
Yeah, you can. You look at the picture, you see who liked it. Let's just say you look at the picture, there's a little red heart, and it says Jimbo liked this picture. You click on Jimbo, that's obviously either your friend or somebody who you allow to be able to view your pictures, and you're going to their page. It's the same difference as going to someone's Facebook page. You seeing who liked it, and you're going to their page.
Have you ever met anybody on a website, and then you say, like, when you meet, like, when you introduce them to your friends or your family, and you say that you met somewhere else, so that you guys have like a story that really wasn't the fact, but for some reason you weren't really, boom, like we met online.
Right. Okay. I've done it, and I still to this day, I can't necessarily say that it's right or it's wrong. My question is, why do we feel like we have to lie about it? Like, I mean, I've done it. I just don't know why I feel like as if I had to lie about it.
With me, it's embarrassed. It's embarrassed for two reasons. Reason number one, I don't want them to know that. And reason number two, it's like I'm loud, I'm outspoken, like I'm bold, like I'm not a very shy person. I should be able to just walk up to you and be like, you know what, you're good looking. Let's talk. But apparently that is not the case.
Exactly.
So therefore, it does happen online. And at some point, like, I think if you say, I met on eHarmony, it's more like, oh, okay, cool. That's much more acceptable.
That's the point. Why is eHarmony more acceptable than these other sites? Because I'm pretty sure that people are hooking up off of eHarmony. Light bulb. Exactly. People are hooking up. I didn't want to say people's names in these videos, but he did. But people are hooking up on sites like eHarmony and all of those other websites that you see commercials for. Everybody thinks, oh, they're so good because they show commercials of this guy and that girl meeting and they're out having dinner. But when you go to the website, the first thing that happens, you post your picture and you got some crazy nutcase trying to get in your underwear. Like, it happens. So why is that site labeled as a good site as opposed to...
Because of, I think, that's another stigmatism.
Exactly.
I think it's because of the fact that the people that creates it just make it seem so clean. Just like Disney Channel is just so like, ooh, so good, but really, it's really not that cookie cutter if you pay attention to it. So I think it's in between the lines. Does that make sense? So the whole creepy, so like if you say eHarmony and Craigslist, people are much more likely to be like, oh, eHarmony, okay. We know that. That's the good thing. Craigslist, ew, he's a creeper. You know what I'm saying? I think it's because the creator just give you that feeling and that.
But that's what I'm saying. Why should Craigslist? Here we go again saying names. I'm trying not to, but I'm only going to use these ones. Why should Craigslist be labeled as clean and eHarmony isn't? Just because the person didn't want to take the time to sit down and fill out 40 questions, which you probably would have to do on eHarmony, as opposed to just making an account on Craigslist, posting what they're looking for, and be done with it. Why is that person a creeper? Because they didn't want to take the time to sit there and answer all these questions.
Because it's Craigslist.
And the stigma
the stigma is bad things happen from Craigslist.
Bad things happen from Facebook.
But we have not heard any of it.
It's on the news every day. Some crazy man has met some girl online and told her that he's a 12-year-old guy because she's a 12-year-old guy, and she goes and meets him and he's really a 50-year-old man. And he takes her somewhere. That's same thing.
The problem. You should not be meeting nobody if you're 12 years old anyway.
But I'm just saying.
So I'm just saying.
It even happens to a 20-year-old woman meets this guy on Facebook. They have a TV show about this called what? Catfish. Exactly. People are meeting on Facebook, talking, having conversations, sharing their whole life stories and showing pictures and saying how they're so in love with someone, and then they meet in person and the person is not that person, and then bad things happen. So guess what? That was Facebook.
Maybe eventually when enough bad things happen that tags with Facebook, then eventually there'll be that exact stigmatism for Facebook as well.
But
so we met on Facebook. If you think about
it, when you just turn, I'm pretty sure you can turn on the news just out of the blue right now, and you will hear at least one story about something bad happening from someone on Facebook. But you don't hear anything lately about anything happening to anybody bad on Craigslist. Because of the whole Craigslist killer now you got all these cops and everybody searching through these Craigslist ads to make sure that these people aren't crazy, but nobody's looking through Facebook, even though they're going to say they are. But if you're looking through Facebook, then why the hell does all these things keep happening then? You don't hear about things happening anymore on Craigslist because people are on top of Craigslist. You can't do that. That's just inappropriate. But nobody's shutting down Facebook the exact same way.
So maybe...
I do love Facebook. I love my Facebook page, but I'm just saying. there's a stigma there, and maybe the stigma shouldn't be there. Maybe the stigma was put in the wrong place. Some people are, I believe that this is, I'm going to break it down this way. The reason that people think Facebook is so clean and good and everything is because there's a lot of church groups and a lot of people that go to church and everything on Craigslist. I mean, on Facebook, they're out there, they probably are, but they're out there on Facebook and you're like, oh, we're so great, and I want to show a picture of Katie, or I want to show a picture of Ricardo doing great. But then, nobody's doing that on Craigslist. Nobody's posting, look at the pictures of my kids on Craigslist, they're doing a great job. No, people are posting what they're looking for, and they're direct about it, and they're wrong for that. But people do the exact same thing on Facebook, and it's just flipped over, and nobody says anything about it.
Well, that's the only two reasons I can think of. Embarrassment and embarrassment. That's it for me, personally. I think it's much more relatable that when you're introducing someone that you met online to other people, that you just keep it to a point where you just like, they can relate to it or know about it. Does that make sense? We met at the movies. We met at the park. We met at the fair. You know, it's kind of like, okay, I get it. As opposed to like, oh, we met online. Okay, I don't get it. You know?
But no one does that anymore. No one walks through the park and they just look eye to eye and they just meet each other and know they're the right people. It doesn't happen to them anymore. It's mainly happening online these days. But anyway, we have to agree to disagree. I'm pretty sure. Like, we always agree.
We are agree to disagree. I'm still like in a little blurred about that. But anywho, you are watching. We want you to leave comment at the bottom of the video.
Whether it's good or bad, just don't call us out our name and say some crazy stuff because we're gonna delete. Boop doop. You'll be done. And like. We just need opinions, we need point of views, we need your ideas.
Share your thoughts on the whole online dating and stigmatism experiences if you've had any.
And like we'll totally comment back and everything like that. Give us ideas for for more shows. I'm sorry about that. And we'll give you credit if you want, and if you don't, you can remain anonymous. But you can follow me on Facebook.com/Brandon.Victrum. Follow me on Twitter. It's Scooter_Fierce. I mean Schizo_Fierce. Sorry. Or you can follow me at Scooter or whatever. I'm on Instagram as well, at Scooter as well. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Prince Kyoko. I mean Prince_Kyoko. Instagram Prince Kyoko89 and Facebook.com/Prince Kyoko.
Right. But in the end of the day, all we want you guys to do is be you,
be cute,
be fierce,
and
always be real. That's all we're looking for. Just be real, just like us. But again, we can't leave without the song of the day. The song of the day today is NSYNC.
Bye, bye, bye.
Love you guys.
Bye. You are so